Alright. Hello, everyone. I have chosen a ladder game because it was on Eclipse, and I am already very happy that I've done it because we have sent a probe out on 4. So, some proxy shenanigans from this bar-coded Protoss who's playing against Super Guy. Eclipse, always a map conducive to these kinds of fun things. So, welcome. For those of you who have not yet discovered that I am back, or for those of you that are seeing me for the very first time, I am Rabadru, an avid Protoss enthusiast and Broodwar caster who does this entirely for fun. And by the time I got done scheduling content this morning, I already had videos that I've made up until December. So any feedback that I will be receiving on videos made is going to come in a lag because I've created quite a lot of content to sort of kick the channel back up again, if that makes sense, because there is a bit of a workflow that goes into the whole process. I don't suppose this timing is too suspicious, but I think Terran will have a sense of something going on here. We will see. Nearly got this probe, and we're doing the whole shebang here, man. We're going with a pylon block, and our SCV has discovered it. So the gig is up. It'll just be now how well the Terran responds. There are two ways to respond to this. You can take pretty much 2 racks and get through it like that. The gas steal didn't happen, so getting a factory can also probably help. Once vultures are on the map, it's pretty much game over for Terran. So we'll see how this happens. We are making zealots. We'll cut our little W panel up because I think it'll be more useful to watch these skirmishes with us on. Meanwhile, Protoss behind this is still making workers, so there is a transition of sorts probably on the horizon. We'll have to just see what sort of damage our first zealot gets done here. So yeah, I didn't have time for my usual, if you could change something about Broodwar, what would you do differently on the casting rubbish? Because we're right into the thick of it here. Double pro pylon and making a shield battery in the base, so this is a very, very big commitment to cheese. I like the bunker placement. It does get an SCV. And it's making a depot over here, so kind of walling it in. Where's this zealot going? Is he lost? Seems funny. Oh, another SCV gone. So that zealot's now got 2 kills. Potentially 3. The Marines are knocking down the pylons, which is going to make the shield battery somewhat superfluous. The second zealot has finally showed up after being very, very useless. He went pretty much everywhere but here. Does recharge on the shield battery once. Now it's unpowered, so that's gone. I think Terran's just held this, and this is a win for Terran, to be honest with you. I don't really see where Protoss goes from here. 17 workers plays 15 workers. The proxy tech will probably get destroyed quite soon. He's making another zealot out of that. A little bit of a micro issue. The problem here really is that he only has 2 Marines, so he kind of needs the SCVs to all mine here, or the zealots will continue to get some damage done. So we'll keep the health bars up on these zealots because they will continue to be the bane of our Terran's existence. And they have between... Okay, so the damage is finally averted. Probably lost 5 SCVs and 4 Marines. So worker count 19 to 13. Protoss probably ahead here, to be honest. Core, gas, sort of progressing with a standard build. Knows that he's going to have to sack this. Terran sending in SCV out to understand what's happening. Does have one more zealot that was either hiding back here or just came out of that gateway. I missed exactly how it is that he still had one in his base, but there is a vulture. And I expect the best course of action here is some kind of counterattack. He needs to almost force the Protoss to make units instead of just kind of going into a normal build. So he is making a goon. He's not getting range. Seems to be inclined here by the looks of things to be greedy. I think Terran actually needs to counter attack here. I think just staying on the map is not the right call. I think it's going to be, the instinct is going to be to kill this first, but I don't think that's the right option. And I think that the Protoss player is trying to keep the Terran away from his home base as much as possible. Oh, okay, lost the SCV there. I think that was a little bit of a multitasking fail. These Marines will not scale at all. I'm just killing the pylon and nothing more. I really like this. And I think he's going to head out and attack. Reinforcing with the vulture. There was a vulture picked off by these dragoons, as we can see. Mines are being researched by Terran. I think that's going to be a very useful weapon here because Protoss' tech is going to be so far behind. We have seen not even a robo starting as of yet. Does push back. I'm a bit disappointed with this choice, although 3 goons will beat 6 Marines with decent micro. So it probably makes sense. Looking now to normalize the game and expand. Does have a 6 worker advantage to Protoss over the Terran. Interesting start to this game so far. Exactly what it is, I guess, that we have come to expect from the lovely and somewhat famous Eclipse. Robo is now on the way. So Protoss' build seems to be progressing normally. This is just going to be here to like distract me. A couple of mines I think will go down almost as soon as the research is done. Trying to do a pick off here. So obviously Protoss has a sense that mines haven't been researched yet. Would have seen that mine though. Ooh, wants to try and drag it. Doesn't though. Alright, so a little bit of protection behind these mines. Tries the trick. Tries the trick again. Tries the trick a third time. That was really cool. Very, very, very solid. Whee! Again? Ah, 3 in a row. Not a single hit on the goons. And now a 4th goon has showed up here. If he does that trick again, he looks like he's going to try. Oop. Oop. No. Oop. No. Oop. Yep, there it is. Oh! Went to the well one too many times. And the splash somehow killed that goon as well. Absolutely hysterical. What a start to this game it's been. Just got a little bit too Protoss for his liking here, and focusing on all that micro didn't send his workers here, so probably not the most go-to Protoss. Somehow he's going to run past this mine because he's a lucky boy. Another mine here. Thinks that from all this brilliant play that he's been doing, he's entitled to expand to a 3rd base. I think that's quite funny. Terran has not really caught up on workers. I think that's the one thing, even with all the shenanigans of our Protoss, he has been hitting his worker numbers. He's running another round of probes as we speak. Vulture trying to get out into the map, but Terran kind of closing down the space pretty nicely. Siege mode is in play, no bunker necessary I don't think. We'll probably just siege up behind a couple of mines, although it has gone into tank mode. Seems pretty keen to fend these goons away. And I think that these goons will be well served. No, he's going to try and dive on the tank. Does pick one off. The micro skirmishes here have definitely been quite fun between both players. Okay, so it has walled this 3rd base off nicely. Should be getting going there pretty soon. Has got a vulture, a little bit of freedom to move around the map, landing the racks here as well, just to make a bit more of a choke. Observer flies in, sees no turrets, no engineering bay. Does have scanners though. So yeah, picked this game and I have no regrets. I think when I saw Eclipse, I thought, ooh, this is exciting. Let's see what the game has in store for us now. Just sieging up a little bit further back, giving himself a bit more room. So Observer seeing a single tank. I think now another tank will probably siege up top here, making him a little bit harder to attack. I think this is preemptive, anticipating some possible Reaver play. We do have a shuttle and a support bay and all of the things, and I think it's almost you can quite safely premeditate Reaver drops from Protoss players at this level. It's very seldom that they play a different style. Reavers are really the kerbubble, and when players like Snow make Reavers look so incredibly attractive to use, or at least look incredibly attractive to use, it's no surprise everyone's doing it. So this is to try and spot the shuttle's flight path. Surprised we don't see a mine down here as well, just to try and cut down some of the other flight paths. Looks like our Protoss is gearing up for some kind of push here, and here comes our shuttle. It's going to drop a Zealot, but this is what you call a Bulldog. It's a modified Bulldog because it contains a Reaver. Reaver didn't really get much damage, but he decides to send his goons in to jump on top of this. He's going to have to get up the ramp here. There's 3 tanks on the high ground, and the Goliaths are blocking beautifully, and that did not go well for Protoss, and was very, very nicely blocked by Terran. This has been a rage-style Protoss player from day one. I think you might try and pick this tank off here. Don't know how well that's going to go, though. This tank is still alive. Does get it on like the 5th attempt. But not trading particularly well, I would say, at this point. You can see that the Observer was a bit of a pain. Got rid of that. Alright, so how are we progressing? We are up to 1, 2, 3, 4, and of course, to complete the set of Protoss madness, he's going carriers. This has been a really, really fun game. He's actually scanning just to shoot this barracks and using his eBay as a spotter. No, this gateway, sorry. It's like, probably just good to get rid of it. Our Terran is playing a 2-base 6-fac, so he ain't messing around. Seems to have all the intentions in the world to push out and be quite aggressive. And if he has scanned and seen that the fleet beacon is on the way and the carriers is the plan, I think this is possibly where his sense that it's time to move out is coming from, because while we have blinking stargates but we don't have any actual units, this is the ideal chance for Terran to push. So Terran, looks like that's the plan. This gateway's still alive and well, throwing me off. It's a complaining caster. We do have one lonely Reaver. Uh-oh, we're just walking head first into mines here, guys. Ow. Oh my gosh, we're gonna walk right past each other. Right past each other. And basically Protoss has let Terran walk straight into his front door. A couple of Reavers here though. This could be a bit of a base trade scenario. Oh no! What a mind drag! Oh, that was such a beautiful moment. Oof. Okay, so Terran's on the front door here, and I think Protoss is going to lose his natural and probably his main. His solution to this plan is to send some goons that some high ground siege tanks should be able to take pot shots at without a problem. Yeah, so natural is gone. I think he will probably siege up here to try and take down his third. This is an entrance position hard to break, but the carriers have shown themselves. Just a handful of them, of course. What a scrappy fun game this is. Uh-oh, more drags. Okay, well that one didn't go so well. Hang on. I think if I had to give this one a title, it's definitely going to have the word scrappy. Scrappy and quite apish from our Protoss. He commits all the sins. The 7 deadly sins of Protoss. Yes, Terran on Eclipse. Okay, what do we have in here? Ah, probes. Okay, well that's fun. Well, the goons have calmed down. Terran has maintained all of his bases. The Vultures are coming here to block this expansion. I want to know where my carriers are. Oh, here they are. Hello. Trying to save up some money for some more carriers, I reckon. What is in our Terran's production tab? Goliaths. He knows that that's going to be his answer. So denied this fourth base. Carriers are now up to a decent number. So we will keep an eye. Goliath's obviously the unit he's making, so it doesn't have a lot of tanks to combat these ground units, but probably enough here just to fend away. Sending the main army out here and a Reaver to try and protect this base. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by the looks of it, carriers, and only about 7 or 8 Goliaths. Some reinforcing Goliaths are on the way, but they're being intercepted by some ground units, which will slow them down. This is enough carriers to fend this off. Is Protoss really gonna get away with this? I mean, to be fair, they made so many mistakes and so many bad trades. Feels a bit unjust, if I'm honest. Yeah. Carriers without a critical mass of Goliaths are pretty damn hard to stop. We are sending down more and more Goliaths, and supplies are relatively equal, but it is sometimes that carriers are just the ultimate equalizer. Doesn't have a natural running, so he's basically just a 2-basing Protoss, but that's good enough. Terran's expanding behind this. Does he have the massive Goliaths? It looks like it. His Goliath count is growing. He's making 4, 5, 6 at a time. And he's nearly killing his pylon. He got a bit carried away there with the whole synchronizing the interceptor rubbish. Alright, so here we go. We've got our big battle. There's a lot of Terran on the doorstep here. And behind this, Terran is expanding and got wonderful map visibility. Look at all this red around here and how much map vision the Terran has. It's really, really well done. And I don't think the Protoss think he's got the confidence to try and fight all his Goliaths. I think that he will not get away with it. The 7 deadly sins of Protoss on Eclipse. I think Terran will have enough Goliaths to slowly choke the Protoss out, because I don't see the Protoss being able to expand easily without taking the fights more head on. Here are the heaps and heaps and heaps of Goliaths. I must make sure I get that mind drag in the thumbnail. That was sweet. Now we're hitting our own stuff again for our synchronized carrier smacks. Dum 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 doo doo dum dum bum 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 bum. Lots of them. Lots and lots of them. Dum dum dun 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 dun. It's just infinite Goliath. It's got so much money behind this. Just mined out here. It's only got the space. Can't expand. It is inevitable, inevitable, inevitable. It's always fun to listen to interceptors and the missiles that the Goliaths shoot, isn't it? Like such a wicked sound animation. I think the people that made this game like 30 years ago almost should be commended for a lot of the coolness that they managed to put into this game. More Goliaths on the way. We cannot even afford interceptors, laddie. It's no good. No good at all. Because even if Terran backed away, you'd have to get a new base, which means you'd have to fight out in the open. I don't know why I got all Irish there. It felt fun. It's just a lot of interceptors, like long range mining here. Why not? It does move away. So it does eventually fin this out. I mean, this is a decent mass of carriers, isn't it? It's like... It is 9. No, I can do maths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9. It is 9. I said it right the first time. No, it's not. It's 11. 11 carriers is 11 carriers, bro. Like, no two ways about it. Okay, so we're gonna run out of money soon. We are literally all in on our ability to micro 11 carriers. And we have got... Oh, the Reavers have arrived! Holy crap, I was not expecting that. Reba! Boof! Wow, Reaver carrier combo, let's go! 7 deadly sins, beautiful. Uh-oh, here we go. We're gonna knock out some money in these carriers. Who is gonna win this game? Oh no! The Reavers are knocking down the Goliaths. The tanks are shooting at nothing because they're out of range of the Reavers. What a crazy game! Is he actually gonna do this? 31 probes, and Jesus, this command center just disappears in a flash, bro. He's gonna pick off all these SCVs as well. Goliath's here, come for a fight. This is so simple. Oh, I can feel the rage of the Terran playing community. They are so like, how is this fair? Protoss so OP. And he did tap out. He actually tapped out. He cannot stop these carriers. Oh no. Oh man, that was so fun. It was my first cast of the weekend. I had no idea what to expect. I literally just picked this game at random, and Protoss literally did everything you can do wrong. Cheesed. The cheese failed. Did very little damage. Obviously, got 1 or 2 workers. Then lost a whole heap of dragoons to bad trades. Did no damage with his Reaver drop, and transitioned into carriers. Lost his natural base, and still managed to win. Eclipse is such a great balanced map. Anyway, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, guys. It was lots of fun. I'll see you again soon. Ciao.